Definition of special terminology, Part 2. So, when spanner of level 1, first level of learning, level 2, second level of learning. Later we are going there. And the living library already have been covered and explained. It was from Gaia, nothing to do with aliens, because aliens just replicate, they cannot create an original item. All they do is replicate made in China. They cannot create original thing from the cosmos or from the atoms. I don't believe that. I'm so sorry. Because they cannot have created the delicious longan, the delicious mango, the delicious rambutan, the delicious banana. Why? Because they don't need that. They don't eat. That was for this species here, this colony, because we are humans, right? And the animals, not just humans, but all the other animals, all the animals and the earth, only she can use that. No other planet. So you see this nonsense of, oh, they bring here, it's called, there's a term for it, later going there. It's about sending things through meteorites, or meteorites. They send only, not just viruses, because I have seen, I think is a meteorite in 2019 bring something and attack my back, burn my lungs. Later come this pandemics. That was 2019, and there's a name for it, something to do with spam, something like that. They use meteorite to send nonsense and rubbish thing here. All their contribution was about toxic, poisonous, venomous, like venomous animal, like the serpent, like coral, adder, rattle, adder is snake, and mamba, black mamba, and many others, which is very toxic. It was sent here by aliens. Okay, before there was no such thing as ferocious animals and venomous animals or plants. Even the marijuana was taken from cannabis, was taken from off-world. LPG Life Physics Group California. This is a group of rogue scientists who formed LPGC in the late 90s to further studies of quantum physics and its influence on human life on Earth. They are now in connection at least 118 different alien races, some of them with who they have annual meetings on planet and off-planet, off-world respectively. Life Physics Group California. American theoretical group. I don't like this nonsense, because these people goes all to the side of the dogmas. They cannot be independent. They don't have an independent mind. They need to have a hive group, and they have to go straight into adoration and carry balls of aliens or gods or saints. They cannot be independent and know that the power is within them. I have conquered many diseases we have with the help of nobody, no medication. Me myself alone, I have been attacked a lot, and I have killed myself alone. It's the multiverse. many versions of creation. So you don't say the universe. The universe is means and represents the 30 dimensions where we are. Multiverse is something that even the aliens doesn't know anything about. These aliens you see around is all from the third dimension. Mainly through, as I said, remote viewing, extra neurosensing, they were able to map it quite accurately. They also had help from different ET races. The exploration of the multiverse within their working model became known as the Unun. Current LPGC is working for a faction of the Anunnaki, the ancient gods of ancient times, Sumerian world and the Middle East, an attempt to steer things right here on planet Earth and claim human sovereignty of Earth and our own human bodies, which were genetically tampered with by the Anunnaki, the Inkai, the Lucifer, resulting in Homo sapiens. We allegedly have Anunnaki genes. We did not had past. We have present. I don't know who's the idiot who count this like Anunnaki original ones. What the heck? This is not the original one. Anunnakis are not. And I repeat, they are not humans. These are Anunnakis, the green one. They are Anunnakis. This one is not Anunnakis, but can they become one? Yes, they do, but they are not Anunnakis. Those are humans. Human was made by Gaia. Here is your fellow Anunnakis, okay? Including the Greys, and many others. These are confederation of aliens. I'm not gonna look at them for a long time because after I start to yawning, no, stop yawning. I feel very weak. I don't want to feel like this, but they can attack you from far away, even if they are in hell. But I'm not afraid. What the lie? What the lie? This is not a Anunnaki. Those are from ancient Atlantis. What is stupid? Oh my god, now Anunnakis now are dogs. You see how people confused, how stupid are those humans who can analyze. Those are not Anunnakis, they mix everything. This one's Illuminati from Agartha, from Shambhala. Anunnakis are comprised of reptilian, Dracos, especially so, the Greys, and many others. Okay, many others atrocious ogres, ugly-looking beings. And then they say this one is human. The idiots say this one. We are not Anunnakis, you amoeba brains. These are made from Gaia, amoebas. Gaia constructiu amoebas. Stand amoebas. These ones are from Agatha. They are mostly humans. Okay, they are not aliens. Can they mix up aliens? Maybe, because they are in the fourth dimension. Fourth dimension has another kind of composition, physical composition, bodily composition. It's different. If these humanoids here, they are not greys, they are humanoids. These beings here were taken from Earth, okay, and then they were created and become hybrids, humanoids, hybrids. I don't believe they were from Lyra. I think that S one was still the best. Yeah, I'm a patriotic. I'm a die-hard patriotic. Yeah, I'm a patriotic. I'm Terran. Tyran. I'm a very die-hard patriotic. I'm a really alien, you know. Don't call me alien because I'm not alien. I don't want to be an Anunnaki either. Don't call me alien. I'm not alien. I'm Earthling. I am Terran. Tyran, original one. Here is your Anunnaki's masters. They also are very influenced by Sirius. Okay, they are all from Sirius, Orion. Some come from Andromeda, Arcturus, all that you channelize and worship. Okay. Here is your. This one is hybrid. They take DNA from Earth and they make this big head monsters. Who knows? Sorry, but that's how I feel about you all. I'm sorry, but that's my feelings. Okay. So here is your Anunnaki's god. Okay, and that he's very like this one. The green one looks so like badass. So currently is work perfection of the Anunnaki, the giant ET gods of ancient times, in ancient Africa, in Egypt, and Sumeria, in Babylonia, in all the Middle East, in attempt to steer things right here on planet Earth and claim human sovereignty of Earth and our human bodies, which were genetically tampered with by the Anunnaki's monster augury. Naughty humans, huh? Hello? Oh, obsession people. Not humans, but ogres. Offshore and off-world ogres. Resulted in Homo sapiens. We are alleged to have Anunnaki genes. So what? I don't care. I'm a renegade. I wrote a simplified script of LPG working model and talk a lot about them in level 1. I'm currently in frequent contact with their leading scientist, Dr. A.R. Baden, and their web address. Si Nam Lo Fabelo. Lulu is the Anunnaki's creation. The Anunnaki's name for Homo sapiens, meaning something to the effect of human workers or slave. Lulus. Namilu. And then there's some Nagas around there claiming, oh, that one is the primitive to Earth. We are the primitive. We are the primitive. No, you are not the primitive. We are the Homo sapiens. You are the Homo sapiens reptilian. You are the invaders here. Okay? You are not the primitive race at all. That's not true. Before that, before this trash that we have right now, we have many others, etherical ones and semi-fluidic ones. Maat, the justice of the goddess, no sense. From Ed express that your heart should weigh less than a feather comes, no sense. So we have the former humans here, fluidic bodies, okay, in a state of becoming solid and a more dense. Okay, before we were like that. Then later came the hominids, Neanderthal, all at once, Neanderthals and many others, all at once. All at once. They came the Homo sapiens to pollute this planet. The reptilians lie a lot. We were not like that, not all. Slightly different, more like what we have here. What they changed was inside the lineage, the something to do with the ethereal body. Okay, the ethereal body, they changed it to their family lineage. However, we continued being the same. I don't believe that these people ever existed. But I have seen this one. I saw it. But still, I saw in ancient Egypt in 2000. It was a long time ago. 2003, 2005. I saw an out of the body not experiment, out of the body experience, and they were in ancient Egypt. How come from black become white? Nonsense. Think differently, please. Doesn't make any sense. We all were at the same time different kind of races at the same time. Nonsense. This nonsense that we come from monkey. I don't buy it. Yeah, there was something like that, but they were humans like this. But they were like humans, you know, like the Aboriginal from this one who went from Africa to Australasia. That one came from Africa, Aborigines. Went from Africa, the other one come from the South Pacific to Australasia. And then some went down to North Atlantic, which is now Hawaii, North America, etc. We've been always humans. We have always been humans. These people are just the people that exist today yet. So that explains this Lulu, la la, le le, lilu, la li. So Ma'at, the justice of the god. Ma'at in some language means death. And I don't buy that, or I don't agree with that. Magic, expelled with a K, was introduced by one of the most influential and infamous magician of the 20th century, Aleister Crowley. Who doesn't know this guy? To separate stage magic applied by illusionists and stage magicians and a real magic, which are two different things entirely. So he added a K at the end to distinguish between the two, magic and magic. All do the same, dark magic and dark magic, black magic. Mark scientist, the Orion Queen's personal scientist, with a mostly grays. Okay, mostly here is your grays scientists. And the Queen scientists, I always knew that there are grays in Orion, in that they came from there, but mostly reptilian. But there are gray in Orion, mostly reptilians. Okay, this one is a race that is very evil. My sister was there to see it, and she told me she was born in 1959. She died already. She died in 2019. And she was there to see this being, and I don't know which year, but it was the 60s. They come to her bedside every night, and she said that he wore a kind of skull cap, and then he would tell her, touch my head and then pull up the skull cap, you'll become rich. But she was a young girl at that time. She was about 7-year-old girl. She didn't dare to, and she was very sensitive, but she didn't know her ability. Instead, she went for the other kind of dogmas and end up doing screw up her life. She was very sensitive to the unknown, but not as much as I. But she had a potential. But she screw. After she and the other one bought a scientist sorcerer book from São Cipriano. I will show. Ever buy and ever touch those books. It's real and it can ruin your life and death of your family. She buy this one, I will show. Have a goat on the, but like this, have a goat, but it's black. At the time I was 11 year old, not 13 yet. She bought which one? She buy this one, but there was a goat here on the cover, and she started to practice like white magic, only like white magic. Oh, this one that ruined our lives. I lived a total hell and terror in that garage where we lived. And even after years I got married. That was 1976. Went on until 1977. I got married in 1983 and I moved country, and still they followed me around. The man is not like that. This is not the man. I saw him in 2014. He's not like this. He's much older. His beard comes up to the chest and is all white, and his eye roll up and down. I've seen it. This is not the man. He was a sorcerer, São Cipriano. He's from ancient Babylonia or Egypt, and he was a sorcerer, very very famous sorcerer. I think he had a lineage with Solomon, something like that. Okay, he had the lineage of King Solomon, and these people meddled with magical. It's like this man. I saw him, and I swear by God, I never saw it before. I swear I never see this man before in my life. This one. He's like the same skin, same beard, and exactly like this one. But when he appeared to me, he had no blood at all. Totally like pale. Not pale or not white, but like this, but very like yellowish color. And he was outside the window looking at me and rolling his eye. And there's a wind open the curtain. As the window always open, the curtain open up, will show his face. That was in 2014. and it was about 3 a.m. to 3:30, 3 to 4:30 a.m. This guy here, not this one, huh? It's not true, it's this one. I'm lucky because I have a gift to see things. I'm lucky because people paint things just anyhow, they fabricate things in the mind. I don't ask this to happen, but it comes to me naturally. I don't ask. But now I cut my hair because I don't want any more this. I cut my hair now. The visions stopped a little bit, but they're still there. Still there, but not as constantly. Before, if I had longer, I'll have this about twice a week. Now, if I have once a month, I'm unlucky. I don't want to have these visions anymore. So, that's the Grace, her scientist. Mark Warrior, Warriors of the Orion Special Forces. It consists all of Dracos, okay, Dracos, because they are very tough, whose task was to keep the Empire safe and to protect the Queen and stop intruders and invaders from entering the Empire. Maze, tablets of destiny, small crystals contain important information needed for the Syrians to get access to information. Oh wow! So the crystal has something to do with Syrians, but those to run computer network and other electronic devices and to be a conduit for telepathy. That's the crystal is for. Wow! I have those crystals at home. So it works as a conduit, a vehicle of communication or telepathy. Acronym for military industrial complex. Military and industry working hand in hand, and weapon industry building more and more destructive weapons for so-called defensive purposes. The MIC is also responsible for hijacking free energy, hog, free energy, hog, and a horde. Useful inventions and other useful inventions that can be used destructively as nuclear plant. And Mickey Mac Warriors is the Dracos. Namlu, the primordial human species. That's not true. That one is Homo sapiens, dude. That's none is fabricated already. So Guardian of Earth and the Living Library, they were created by many different founders. So they're not true because the true one came from Gaia, okay? Come from Gaia. Earth, Terra. Gaia, by many different founders and had the what founder ogre sprung nothing, man, and had the fire of the Hawk. They were androgynous and lived during Earth's golden age. I don't believe that's not true. Androgynous once penned, that was once fabricated in Earth, made in Earth. Humans, true humans, made in Earth. I type Namilu, and this one came only devils and demons. What that the Namilu? Who needs that? That's nonsense. You see? All devils. That's not the true Namilu people. Okay? This one come from the void. The black hole. This one mixed with humans already. These are devils, okay? Devils. Those are devils. That's nonsense. All devils. Who needed that? That's not true. Not the true human. There's no such thing as Namilu. There's nonsense. No such thing. The true humans were the semi-fluidic ones. You say this one? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The raza humana from Terra. Raza humana. Say my fluidic one. Believe if you must. Believe if you need. Believe if you want to. Nobody's forced. But I stay with my truth until I die. That was the androgynous, true, primitive beings to earth, and not invaders, demons, atrocious beings, demons, devils from the void and the dark hole, black hole. That's nonsense. They come from the bottom of the cosmos, and I say that they are attacking me since this morning. I don't care. It's okay. They're attacking me. The more they attack me, the more defiant I become, because they don't dare to make me angry. I'll screw you. Nanosecond. So also the time of repair, and after that race there, the androgynous semi-fluidic, I will not call it numb, whatever. That's it was something thwarted and twisted and created by this term. This terminology was created by the aliens themselves, the regressive ones. So I would say this one Panji, they came after, at which all the other races already infiltrated into Earth and created their own version of habitants to Earth. That includes the unicorn, chimera, elves, the elementals, elves, fairies, and all those beings that we see that is still existent in parallel world, only that they are in fourth dimension and they are half fluidic and half invisible. They can appear and disappear to you, okay? And many others. This is being pointed ears, and I walk like a goat. That once was created by the aliens who already. By now they infiltrate after the time of the fluidic beings that inhabited the earth. Earth before was 6D, I would say 6D to 9D, and the climate was not hot at all. It was cold, average 10 to 5 degrees. And there was sun, but the sun was relatively cold. What they did once these regressive monsters come in, what they did was they increased the degrees, the Fahrenheit, the degrees. They increase it to benefit themselves, because they cannot take cold. They don't like cold. They have cold-blooded, and they need the sun to warm up their scale. Otherwise, they can die of rickets or vitamin C deficiency. So if you see people who every time need the sun and also every time cold and cannot take the cold, then that's a red flag. Their metabolism is very slow. But those people who sweat a lot, who cannot take the cold, the heat, the sun has a lot of fire within, and they were from the ancient earth. They need the cold at least 5 to 10 degrees. Okay, but this one who even under the sun put on jacket, which make me almost faint when I see and a shout of anger. I shiver when I see people wearing jacket on the sun. I shiver and I want to shout, "Hey, idiot! You are making me angry," because I myself cannot take the sun. Really, I cannot take. And they use nuclear power to put in the party in the site of the hollow earth where they are located, to warm up their place because they cannot take cold. Cold is too much for them, and they may end up their material body will die. Not them, but the material body that they are wearing. Okay, so just for the records, Earth was once 10 to 5 degrees Celsius, and Celsius not Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit was about 12 to 10 Fahrenheit. Okay, it was quite nice with the sun very cool. The vegetation was different, was mostly blue, and the beings, they kind of take in the nourishment from the sun, which was very cool, and the blue vegetations. The beings, they were not human, not woman, not female, not males. Here they make like a male, but it was not a male at all. They didn't have sex. I mean sex organs. They didn't have any sex organs. Okay, so they did not multiply and procreate. Of the nanosecond, the time period between 1987, start from 1987, the things start to speed up, and everything like come all at once. All the nonsense start to happen at the same time. When our solar systems line up the galactic center, this lineup is very rare and it only happens once every approximately 26,000 years. One cycle around the zodiac, which was created by them. The Anunnaki is this beings, okay, the beings that you are called the founders, which to me they are hijackers. So all this was created by them. The alteration of the sun, the degrees of the sun also was altered by them. This means we are bombarded with gamma rays directly from the central sun and the galactic center, but also relayed from our own sun. This will fry the nervous system, then many people get sick. This is common. Resonance also can make people mad if you don't know how to handle that. That's why many people got sick, and suddenly everybody started just going to sleep and wake up. Not wake up dead, because you cannot wake up after you die, but just die in your sleep. People getting cancer more than never ever because of this sun. There is people who doesn't want to agree with me. It's even my own family. Because this person like the sun, is a sun lover. I'm not. So she say, you cast the sun, this and that, the sun is good. I say, so you go to the sun. I don't like the sun, this is my problem. I like the sun, but very far away from me and I'm very cold. 5 or 10 degrees. If she likes that way, it's her problem. If she likes hot sun, like she's a reptilian, so I call her, because you're a reptilian, maybe you have a scale behind your back, who knows, and and maybe, who knows. So this is the alignment which they, the so-called self-made gods, create. Here, the central sun, they make it happen every 26,000 years. Unfortunately for me, I'm living this era. I don't like anyway. I don't like this era. I don't care what people say. I don't like this new age and nonsense of alignment. I don't like. Bring all the nonsense to surface. So Saturn, here Mars, Mercury, Sun, very near the Sun, this Mercury, and my influence is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, and Gemini. Gemini down the bottom, Neptune, Uranus. So this is the planet alignment every 26,000 years. That's impressive, very much impressive. So the 9 seconds where they speed up. This your masters, your God speed up. process of creation to the hurry up, I want to create another thing. We already cannot wait anymore because I've passed 27,000 years for eyes, but for them is a mere, I would say 2,000 years. 2,000 for us 26, for them is 2,000 years. This means a bombard becomes so. This will fry nervous system. Some people who are not ready for this. That's why many people go just like that. They go because of this, because of this alignment, sun radiation, sun bombardment. I almost get blind on the eye because of the hot sun. I had to wake up early to go work. And unfortunately, I have to take the sun and face it. I'm not facing for green, I face it for what to say, angry face. So this lineup is very rare and only happens once every 26,000 years. So get information on what's going on and has evolved to some degree. We'll get a boost of energy which will take them to another level of evolution. Well, this happened to me. Yeah, the sun's is knowledge, but much sun knows can just destroy things. That's the truth. Destroy my mobile portable aircon exhaust hose. So this year 2012 marks the end of Mayan calendar, which I already written, and December 16, 2012, that nothing will happen, that it was a new era. These people, so-called native, didn't even know, and just say that it will be the end, and that it has never been the end. I knew, and this guy also knew it. But back then I didn't know anything about his work, about West Penre, or about any other canalizer. I was still in the dark, but I have the feelings that nothing will happen. And then I made a video whose channel was deleted by some evil beings. So, but not the end of the world. Every galactic cycle is 26,000 years. Then it ends, a new cycle begins. That's what. But no, that's what happens always. But no, the paranoid people will always say it's the end of the world because Jesus is coming. Jesus, prepare for Jesus' arrival. Jesus is coming. Hello, you don't ever get tired of all this nonsense. You have been kind of tap on the same key all the time since many years ago, decades. You have been telling the same thing and nothing really happens, because the world will never end, because it was not them who created it, it was Gaia. And Gaia can, like the phoenix, she can resurface and start from scratch, and she can stand up from the ashes. It's the phoenix burn and then rising again from her ashes. That's Gaia. That is Gaia. That's my beloved Earth Mother. That's she. So a new era begins, and in our case a new species is born, which will be the bionic man. It will be the bionic, the bioman, like have been shown in the video 1. A new humanity which is multi-dimensional, but first the old must die to make room for the new. So they want to kill as much human as possible to recreate another one. This time around gonna be the bionic man, okay, the bioman. That's why they are meddle and messing with a lot of robots and human robots. Okay, half organic, half machine. That's what they want to do. However, it's gonna be on the same timeline. You're gonna choose inside the earth. There's some country where they will adapt more to it, and other countries will opt it out, so they will stay in the old timeline. Let's say, okay, India, Afghanistan, all opted out. That's an example, okay? Bolivia, Colombia, Peru will opt it out to stay out of these new ideas. Now, the East Asian, this Korea, China, Japan, Singapore, and many others around Asia, Europe, North America will opt for it. So they will live in this timeline of the new age of robots, new age of machines. Okay, do you understand? So that's how it will be, how it will be. So whoever wants the new earth, which is my case, is earth. I'm all for earth, all for organic stuff, and I prefer, and I will opt it out to be in the woods because I am natural. I like everything natural as possible. So time here on Earth was divided into zodiacal eras. Each one lasts around 2,200 years, which already was created by these ogres. Okay, this is monsters that you all worship. 2,200. So now we end up 2012. We end up the year of Pisces. My beautiful Pisces. I love Pisces. I have Pisces in my card. I know I'm contradictory, isn't it? I say that I don't like all this thing, but I still adhere to it. No, because I'm living here under their rules, and I have this body, which is partly influenced by what they create, this hologram and configuration. So I can fight against it, but ultimately the configuration may or may not win. Understand? So when we live under ignorance, like the age of Pisces, the age of Pisces was the age of innocency. My sister who passed away, she was a Pisces, and it's an age of ignorance. The people are often very grumpy, cranky, serious, very serious. Always get angry for for nothing. I always like to play with my sister to make her angry. I mean, my body has a place of Virgo, but I have Pisces on my card with Neptune. My Neptune is in Pisces, which gives me a lot of subtle information. And my sister one is Pisces Aries, Moon Aries. I am Moon Aries, so she was Moon Aries too. So she was always angry. And it's the age of innocency. We had the age of religions, okay, traditions, and more respect, where we respect our elderly, we respect our family. Nowadays, this damn bloody Aquarius come in the age of the devil itself. Okay, and as here it shows, I don't like this Aquarius, man. I really don't. I prefer Pisces. With all their crankiness, all their grumpiness, all their anger and selfishness, I still prefer Pisces. Age of Pisces: love, hope, dream, feeling, sympathy, romance, belief, faith, confusion, redemption, alternate reality, drugs, prayer, light, night, serene, calm, peace, escapism. That's true, very true. Invisible enemy. My God, in serious, that means crankiness. Invisible enemies, that means a lot of ETs come in disguise of ghosts and start to disturb us. Like it was my infancy. It was plagued by this and my sisters. Back in the 60s to 70s and 80s. Plagued by these beings following us around. Invisible enemies. That's terrible, terrible. So Age of Aquarius. Quality, but in quality I don't see none. Inco, I don't see none. Intellectual, don't see none. Everybody's going down, down, down like an idiot amoeba. Science, maybe. Analyzers, don't know. Objectivity, yeah, I have seen. Aliens, yeah. ETs, yeah. Electromagnetism, maybe, yeah. Correct. Tech, yeah. Networks, yeah. Community, don't know. Unique or individualism, I would say. Weird, yeah, a lot of weirdos around. Individualism, yeah. Outsiders mean deities coming infiltrating in the middle here of people's affair. Outcast, who will be the outcast? We who opted out for the new age. I don't want a new age, I want the old age. Rebellion, yeah, a lot. But what we had during the Pisces in the 60s, a lot of rebellions among the indigos, which I am one indigo, but of course in the 60s I was a baby. I couldn't rebel, but I started to rebel in the 70s. Protests, yeah. Revolution, yeah. A lot of pandemics, yeah. Justice, injustice, not justice anymore. Injustice. This is the age of Lucifer, Luciferians and evil, unpredictable. Yeah, detached. Detached. You see all the new Luciferian generation. They don't care about family. They are always the ones to cry out narcissist parents, because the parents don't cook for them at the ripe age of 20-year-old. Don't want to cook for them, want them to have more responsibility. The parents don't give them money. Narcissist now become a commonplace, become a title, become a fade now. Narcissist parents, hello, wake up. Because at the age of 17 I've been on my own and I still help my mother from far away. While I was with my mother, I clean up the house for her, and I didn't cook. I will tell the truth, I didn't cook, but I cooked soup. She did the main dishes. Then I have my older sister to do it for me, but I opted to do. I cooked the soup for dinner and the tea or the coffee for dinner. My mother did the lunch and breakfast, but I did do the dishes for her, mop the house for her, and I clean the house for her, and we contribute to pay bills, this and that, me and my sisters and I. So what more they wanted? At 17 I went to live on my own to experience how life is outside. Okay, so what's so great about you? You think you are a baby? You think you are some kind of a special aliens being? So special, you are nothing for me, man. You bring this stunt to me, you see what you're gonna get. You as a son or a daughter, whoever, and whoever defend them, you come to this stunt to me, you see what you're gonna get. Okay? I don't take crap from nobody. So, but also related from our own is the descending the year 2000. Nonsense. At this time here on Earth is also divided into zodiacal eras. Each one lasts around 2000. So you have the age of Pisces, and I move to the age of Aquarius, which is the satanic age. Nektiti, title for the Orion Queen. Niyama, she's the Kalimata, the new age of yogi, Kali Yogi, for this era. She's behind all that. and she's a reptilian demoness. Niyama, the feminine life force of the universe. This is life force is all around us and consists of the energy that is in everything. For us to master the niyama, we must first know it exists, then learn to tame it so we can use for our own benefit. George Lucas and his Star Wars called it the Force, but it's the same thing. It can be used for good or evil. Let's see if I can find anything with the name in Myanmar. Look what I found with this name in Myanmar. Northern Illinois American Muslim Alliance, Myanmar food, and some Afro girls, some Latin girls, no Latin mixed race and Eurasian girls. And that's it. And some kind of, who is that? Myanmar Carry On Crown. It has to do a lot of the afros. Myanmar. I see. Hey. Myanmar hot pot or something with Chinese, with afros, and that all of this come with who's behind all this? Enki. Yes, Enki. And sometimes I believe he's the queen, the reptilian queen, and he's the man because he's a tranny. He's a tranny. I knew it. Nobody told me, but I knew it because I have a very sensitive feeling and intuition. My intuition is really amazing, and I'm gonna prove you why. Can be used for good and evil because this is the template and the plan for this world. This world has been outed, manipulated, and thwarted. The Star Wars series was based on a lot of the truth and was mainly describing the great galactic wars, although in reality it didn't happen in a galaxy far, far away, but in our own sector of the Milky Way. Lucas has a lot of inside information, so does Steven Spielberg. Auton cyboenergetic. Auton, life form, cybo, artificial energetic, soul, equal soul Korea. This life form has both artificial and natural systems, also known as a cybernetic organism like android. They often have living tissue over metal or ceramic life, like endoskeleton. Onto-cyber-energetic means they are intelligent, cybernetic organisms dressed by organic tissues. Who knows, some dolls now is being created this way and are selling out for children. That's why many people see haunted dolls and a doll moving and turning. Who knows? They are hominid and with a larger head than the trunk head, human proportion, and their height is almost 7 feet. This one is some ET. The tall grays maybe is in this category. Yeah, these ones. So that's why they don't have feelings. They don't have feelings because they are not 100% organic like us. They are most like androids. They are androids. They doesn't have feelings, so no point in try to rationalize these beings. I think just throw water with ice. So this group of beings has not been examined closer by the LPGC as of yet. What is known is that there are several groups in this class, some not from our galaxy. A new very advanced physics extension neuroscience on the start of future scenarios. Auton energetics, non-physical beings, the first dimension above. P, that is called auton energetics, fourth dimension above, short for Babar Masonite Pleiadian group. Panspermia, an idea of an ancient roots according to which life arrives. Not say life, but they just contribute because they want to invade that place, that particular place, and they bring their own things. It's just like you go to other country and you bring your own food because you want your food, because it belongs to your culture, ready-made on the surface of planets from space. It's often said that panspermia, and this includes viruses and bacteria. Okay, just watch out. Isn't very interesting? Isn't very interesting, because it simply removes the problem of the origin of life from our planet to some other place. They export things from here, they put another planet, included our DNA, and yet panspermia has gained the attention of our science. There is now pseudopanspermia, the delivery of complex organic compounds from space to give the prebiotic soup some starter ingredients. A notion has already become widely accepted. Human makes me lose face, makes me ashamed. Basic panspermia, which holds that microbial lives present in space or on bodies like comets or asteroids, and can be safely delivered to planets and start life there. If the cell escaped from a living planet on fragments of a meteor impact, the phenomenon is called lithoballistic impact or meteoritic panspermia. They do it on purpose. Nothing is by chances. This is on purpose. And that's not all. Svante Arrhenius proposed that naked cells might travel interstellar distances propelled by light pressure, a theory now called radio panspermia. Whereas a light coating of carbon could protect single cells from UV radiation, a couple of meters of water or rock are needed for protection from cosmic rays. Consequently, radio panspermia is currently in disfavor. And I thought that they put all the ley lines there in the atmosphere and many other blockages for such things not to enter this planet. In this case, I guess the gates are open for everybody and everything to come in. Not everybody, but everything to come in. The danger of radiation damage influenced Francis Crick and Leslie Orgel in 1973 to propose that life came to Earth by directed panspermia. I don't believe the theory that intelligent life from elsewhere sent germs here in spaceship. Modern panspermia proposes comets and the delivery as the delivery vehicles. They just add up to the library because they had second intentions here. They had interests in here. Their interest was at stake. That's why they did that. Okay, not that they create this library by origins or by default. That's not true. Comets can protect cells from UV. Bacterial spores can be. They bring, yes, bacterial spore, viruses. What else? Many other things, evil ones. They don't bring nothing good. Okay, they bring nothing good, only evil things. Bacterial spores can be mortal as it appears. Comets could spread life throughout the galaxy. Hoyle and Wickramasinghe, starring in the 1970s, rekindled interest in panspermia, another bull crap. But they went further to include a new understanding of evolution, while accepting the fact that life on Earth evolved over the course of about 4 billion years. They say that genetic programs for higher evolution cannot be explained by random mutation and recombination among genes for single-celled organisms. Even in the longer time, the programs must come from somewhere beyond. I don't believe. There's no such thing. Earth created her own seedlings, her own template. The others, the aliens, what they did was just to contribute to their own evil plans, their own evil seeds. Bacteria, amoebas, microorganisms, viruses, including viruses in this category. Okay, microscopic animals, lives. They included those which was imported from off-world to this planet. Not the other, the good things that we see, the fauna and flora was Gaia who created. In a nutshell, the theory holds that all of life comes from space. No, says he comes from space, he's a Lucifer himself. And incorporates the original panspermia in the same way that general relativity incorporates special relativity. That's nonsense. I don't buy that. I'm sorry. I have the mind of my own. The expanded theory can well be termed strong panspermia. Their cosmic ancestry is a new theory pertaining to evolution and the origin of life on Earth. It holds that life on Earth was seeded in nonsense from space, and that life's evolution to higher form depends on genetic programs that come from space, and a wholly scientific testable theory for which evidence is accumulating. I don't agree. I contest. Objection. I object to it. That's not true. It comes from the ocean and from the earth itself, from the bottom of the earth. I'm personally using a more simplistic way of describing panspermia, putting into four sub-big categories, which are as follows. Little panspermia, rocks thrown off from one planet's surface, transfers the seeds of life, the seed of viruses, the seed of bacteria, amoeba, etc., to another planet in a distant solar system. Ballistic panspermia, rocks thrown off from one planet. That's why you see have been a lot of recently a lot of rocks of what they called oh my god, I'm start forgetting things. That's not good. Meteor. A lot of meteor events going on, happenings around in this time now. Planet in a distant solar system. Ballistic panspermia, rocks thrown off from one planet's surface, transfers the curse of life, all the bacteria, all the venomous stuff, all the radiation to another planet in the same solar system. Directed panspermia, the seeds of life are spread intentionally by extraterrestrial civilization from one planet to another to destroy another planet. On planet panspermia, intelligent life from another planet deliberately came to Earth to plant the seeds of life, the seed of misfit, the seed of destruction, the seed of negative interference. Pessimism, the Nymph Passageway. This is the commercial rules lots of entities are using when trading with each other. There's long series of Stargate and Stein roads and bridges, which makes it easy for different races to travel. This is the route on which planet Earth, Uranus, is sitting in the heart of, starting the galactic center of the Milky Way galaxy and spirals out, following the path of the Orion arm, passes right through the Mintaka star system, continues to the Pleiades, runs further through our own solar system, and continues beyond, probably disappearing off. It go away of the galaxy and to one of the next, perhaps the Andromeda galaxy. Yeah, go, don't come back. Pleiades group of non-physical entities said to have their homestead in the Pleiades, mostly on planets around the star Maya and Electra. Electra is a Greek name, hi. Again, a red flag. They are channeling messages to mankind through a vessel of human body. Pleiadians B. This group is represented by Satya, a Pleiadian, who is said to be the keeper of the library of Alcione. This entire teaching else through Barbara Hindi clone. Pond. I'm using the analogy of a pond when we talk about the creation of universes. For more detailed information, see Metaphysics Paper 2, The Creation of Universe. That Barbara Marcinek was very grumpy woman. Post-nano, the nanosecond CDF was the time period between 1987 and 2012, when time speed up a million-fold. The post-nano is the time after the nanosecond, particularly between 2013 to 2030. So expect by 1227 or 2027, things will speed up even further. 2027 to 2025 above. Till 2030, then things will calm down and maybe get into excess. Inside the excess again, which is the aftermath of the nanosecond, which when time is slowing down, going more back to normal, while mankind is pondering what they learned during the nanosecond. It is in the post-nano, so many decisions have to be made. Mankind will, during this time period, decide their own destiny. Yeah, stay away from the other. Go away. We don't need your help. Because I mean me. I don't know the other sheepos, but I don't need your help. Thank you. Some will emerge if they'll become a machine kingdom led by the Syrian alliance, while others will create a new earth, which eventually will vibrate on a much higher frequency. With time, the old world based on technology will fade and disappear from the reality of those who choose nature before technology. Nature and a bit of technology, I mean a balance, but at least 40% technology to 35% technology. The remaining 65% should be nature. Project Elohim, Enki's and NIN project to create a new species of humanoids based on upgraded Homo neanderthalensis and Homo erectus, which contain the fire of the mother goddess. Oh my gosh. Now the Homo erectus and the Homo neanderthals contain the fire of this reptilian of Lucifer, created from the midst of the heart, making the species truly divine. A downgraded version of Project Elohim was created after the deluge, and this downgraded version became today's Homo sapiens. See Project series. So the Neanderthal also screw Neanderthal. The screw. Oh brother, I don't want to belong to this species. Really, I don't. I don't want to belong to this species. I reject it. I'm a renegade. No wonder. Oh gosh. What the heck is this? Fire of the Reptilian Queen. It was a project by Trani Lucifer, who is also the queen. He's the queen, is one and only. But some they make up the story saying that she was first. They say this one is his mother, later stepmother. Okay, so but I still feel that it is himself. Project Sirius. After the flood, the deluge, the Syrians took the existing Project Elohim and downgraded it to become less psychic, make us like amoeba, less multidimensional and more obedient to following command. Screw! Syrians, screw! Project Syrians is today's Homo sapiens. So I'm gonna repeat here. Project Elohim and Kaya. They also are Elohim of the series. They are the same nonsense, the same group. Okay, only because they are just nationally different planets. A new species of humanoid based on upgraded Homo neanderthalensis and Homo erectus, which contain the five, the mother god, the Enki Lucifer, which can also become a woman, create from the midst of the heart, make the species truly divine. Divine what, man? Become a cursed. A downgraded version of Project Elohim was created after the deluge, and this downgraded version become today Homo sapiens, the rubbish that we have today. Can just poop in the pants. Project Sirius after the flood, the deluge, the Syrians took the existing Project Elohim and downgraded to become less psychic, less intelligent, and more stupid, and more obedient, and more sheepish, etc. PTB. Powers that be was called the global elite, the shadow government, the Illuminati. Screw it, give up this. There's many type of esoteric and occult group, not just Illuminati, but this one's already paranoias. Okay, that's it's just Illuminati, There's many others. There is the Skull and Bones. There is the many others which I forgot the name. There's many other secret society.
You are not the only ones with business here.
Well, this explains my missing man.
Not much is known about these groups, yet they all might be controlling the world from behind the scenes. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 real-life secret societies. For this list, we're only considering secret or secretive societies that are known to exist. So, despite their popularity and influence, myths such as Pierre Plantar's Priory of Sion and the Elders of Zion are out.
Why are you asking these things?
The Priory of Sion is a myth, one of the world's oldest and most secret societies, with leaders like Sir Isaac Newton, Da Vinci himself. The fleur-de-lis is their crest.
Number 10. Unification or Death, also known as the Black Hand. The rebel influence is real. The unification of all European Slavic people under one country, and they were Ismailis, with members primarily in Persia and Don.
Also gay, man.
With the
so
original set. Number 5,
really
the
gay.
Order of the Solar Temple.
Nonsense.
Nothing goes hand in hand with secret societies
I'm an
like
animal, you know.
deception.
I'm an animal because I don't see myself have any connection with anything of human convention. So I am an animal. What animal I am, I don't know, but I'm not a snake. But I am an animal. I'm not a human. Maybe I'm, I don't know, a rabbit. Skulls and bones. And Rosie Bros, I don't know what. In all patriarchal. I think pillow bite you. Rolls over there, you know what I mean? The Rosicrucians.
Able to get away with murder, and I mean murder.
Using symbols to communicate their
So it's not just Illuminati, you see there's a lot of them. And they are all Luciferian, okay, all Luciferian group. Come from Orion, Sirius, Andromeda, many other places. The Dracs, the Grey, the Musga, and other race working together. So P2P powers that be, the shadow government, the Illuminati, the secret rulers, and more. They are they are not humans. They are aliens, hybrids who rule the world in high place, being advisors to president, kings, CEOs of global businesses in the international banking industry, and those who rule behind the scenes, invisible to the general public. Above these hybrids are the earthbound Anunnaki, the Dracos, the Greys, the Musga, and a few other star races working together. Correct. Very correct, because they are all Luciferians. Luciferians and Illuminatis are the same thing. RGCA, the Royal Governing Council of Atlantis, Poseidon, Ya, and Ki, ruling councils in Atlantis, headed by 10 ruling kings over 10 Atlanteans, districts or kingdoms. This ruling elite were Aryan, human hybrids, Aryan, like I say, non-white Aryans, because Aryan is not white, hybrids of the first generation. RM is acronym for the Hopi Apache, Outer, and Research. Robert Monica Sky. SIA, the Syrian Alliance, a group of studies working in unison to conquer the universe and overthrow the mother goddess of the one creator. And that's make part of the what you call the Native Americans, which come from ancient Egypt. It's all about Orion. Okay, they are the Syrians lineage. They are Syrians. Wow, that's why they like so much wolves. I also love wolves. I love wolves. The Shah Emai and the Syrian word for Nibiru, the planet they are using to visit our solar system. And also I like pussycats. I love pussycats. I love animals. I love. I'm an animaniac. Shem Ema, equivalent to Anunnaki, the Syrians or the Syrian lords. Shah, pronounced Shah, becomes the new term for counting time on Shah aim. After the planet was catapulted out of its orbit around Sirius C and it became a part of a solar system. Asha now represents 1 year for the Anunnaki. A year is approximately 360 years. One of the stars representing one orbit around our sun for the planet. Satania, the inner sanctuaries of the Orion Empire, which Satanos come from there. The Orion Empire were the thrones of the Orion Queen, the Queen of the Star, who is also Lucifer, and Khan and Leo are located. It's said to be located on the 12 or 13 dimensions. Second level of learning, second series of papers, the Milky Way galaxy is about different sector cosmic purpose. Okay. Service to others. This one already disclosed, already covered up. But I think that we need to have a balance between STO and STS. Because if you give too much, sometimes people take you for granted. I'm not saying that you need to get anything in return, no. Given conditional is better, but in the end you look like a fool. You're gonna look like a fool and you're gonna take for granted because people just use you. And if you have love for yourself, you not allow anybody to make use of you. So here I say that you need to have a balance. A balance and being neutral is the best thing, but you need to help. If you see a stray animals needing help. If you see the homeless, they need a blanket for the cold, give. They need a tent, give. They need food, give. Maybe, I don't know, give any kind of help that you can give them. I'm okay, I'm for it. But I'm talking about not helping people who uses you. There is people out there who are out there to use you, to exploit you. That's what I'm against of. Don't tell me that you have to bend your head and do whatever they want to do with you. In the name of sanctity, in the name of dogmas and all this crap rubbish of New Age. I'm not for it, I'm against it. Because if you have respect for the self, which is yourself, you will not be allowed to take chances on, okay? You will not allow anybody to climb on your back, be it in the workplace, be it at the home, be it in a relationship, okay? Many women thinks that they can buy a man with money or allow men to climb all over them, or vice versa. When I say vice versa, I'm trying to be fair. I'm saying also in a relationship where the woman wants just to call the shots and the male also wants to call the shots and abuses. Until the woman cannot take any longer, take a knife or something and do the unthinkable. Because these males like to possess the woman and keep them in captivity. You know what I mean? So after they get murdered, oh, this woman is a murderer. This woman is a homicide. She's a witch. Oh no, she's a psychopath. But you don't know what she went there behind the four walls inside that place with that male. Okay, unless it's the woman who is possessing the man. The man go to work. Hello, darling, where are you? The man is at work. Hello, are you there? Where are you? Why don't come yet? Hey, woman, give freedom to your man. You know, when you die, yesterday I was telling to my son, he's 26 years old, and he was telling me that his wife, two wives, because the first one consented, a Muslimah, yeah. So she consented my son, the older son, who's 38 years old, to not to take, but he find another girlfriend at workplace, and she, of course, obviously that she didn't like, but for the sake of keep the marriage, and the children, the 3 children that she fathered with this wife, common law wife, his common law wife. She kept the marriage. She accepted his wife, and now they go for second marriage. I was not against it, but not against it or in favor of it, but I stay between. You know, I don't want to take sides. I want to be neutral, because sometimes people get what people need or people deserve. They were very rude to me while they stayed with me. I didn't really expect anything from my daughter-in-law. Nothing. She didn't need to cook or clean the house for me. In fact, she left the house. You know, she left the house, let the children there, and she did nothing. She was basically irresponsible and not very kind. I would cook for them. They would do nothing around the house. Okay, so later the father fed up, asked them to move on. They move on. They have now their own flat since 2017, which they said it was 5 years ago. So after that, he got a job and he met this woman in the workplace, and they started to go out together, and he married. She also married with 3 children, Muslimas, all Muslim. She also married with 3 children, so they went out together, and well, nothing is kept forever. One time I went to the market and I found 2 of them, and I was like, I didn't want to talk to neither of them, because I'm not in favor, but also I'm not against it, but I'm between. I don't want to meddle. It's between him and his wife. I don't want to take part in it. Okay, don't want to interfere, just like other mother-in-laws are out here. So he get another woman, and That's what in the moral of the story here is when you don't respect yourself and you keep on possess that particular individual, like the woman possess the man. The man go anywhere. Darling, I want you to see me. I'm going shop. I want you to see me. Go to work. Where are you? What time you come? I cannot just tell that to you. That is nonsense. I married this man. He can go to hell. I even don't care. I don't call him from work. I don't call him at his workplace. I didn't even bother if he stay up all night unless he don't come bug me when he come back. He can do whatever he want. I don't care. For me, I'm a aloof person. I'm detached. You there, I here. I am in my own bubble, my own world. If you ask me why didn't you marry, I didn't even want to marry this idiot. This gray alien who want to force marriage me and didn't want to send me back, and I was a minor and he is already 30-year-old Asian man. Okay, so this is my story, and I am like a captive here, but I didn't possess him, and also I want my freedom. When I say freedom, I don't mean anarchy. What is anarchy? Anarchy is you violate your free will. Drink, go bar, do stupid thing that's going to taint your moral, your image. When I say freedom, I mean the freedom that I have to walk without giving you any justificative, whatever. The same applies to you, man, okay, male. I go to my park because I love nature and I'm in a damn bloody frigging hot place flat, and I need to breathe among the trees, among the lake. I need to go out. I need to have a space for myself. Otherwise I'm gonna, I'm gonna freak up. And I need my space. There's many space. There's no boundaries where there is freedom. Freedom with responsibility. And I did this with my children. I take my children to see me. Wherever I go, I take my kids to see me. Theater, swimming pool, parks, etc. My children will follow me. I never neglect my children. Okay? Or my granddaughter too. Alright? So that's what's called, what I'm trying to say, that we need to have self-respect. With the self-respect come the STS. STS is a limit. A limit. That means you respect yourself so that you have enough and you give them to others. Because you cannot give that which you don't have. You cannot give that which you lack. Okay? So that means self-respect. Let's go to another piece now. SH, the Syrian High Council, a high-level studies from Series B. They are not the Syrians I am mainly talking about in these papers. Syrian Alliance, an alliance of star races led by the woven reptilian species from Sirius. There will be the werewolves. That's the werewolf. That's the one which we call the shaman people, the tribal people, the Amerindians, the one they worship this werewolf. Their objective is to become the kings of the universe, and they use races like we humans to achieve and accomplish this goal. They are in many ways like cosmic vampires. And are you all, because someone this and that, werewolves, but whether they are Sirius or Orion, I'm not sure. It can be both, okay? I have a feeling that sometimes I cannot trust anything. So it can come from anywhere. There are many other races for the Syrians. And these missions, most of them once upon a time conquered by the Syrian states, and under their command the other may have joined the Syrian Empire by choice. A few of the star races supporting the Syrians overlords are factions of the vegans. I've seen this being during the solar eclipse. I think it was in April, is it? While I take a camera, I went to a place, very haunted place here, a park at night, about midnight, and the camera captured a lot of this being, including reptilians and many others. One reptilian was holding what looked like a pussycat, very cute, but different from the one I've seen on Nest, but almost similar. And many others. There's a woman, a very giant with that clock, that very giant, look like a woman. A man prostrate on the ground, and this one, they say is vegan. So they are with the Syrians. So the vegans, Alpha Draconians, Andromedans, Alpha Draconian. They are sheep seagull. Look like some people see around here. Even the same behavior. This one's the albino one. He's seldom making up a appearance, and they say that he does not like to involve so much. How true is this? I don't know. What the heck is this? Alpha Dracos. This one is the felines. But they are also involved with the Draconian. They are not Draconians, but they are involved with the Draconians, the felines. But if they are involved with the Draconian, then they are also together with the wolves, because they are all together with Sirius the wolves. So how to understand all this? So to me, they are all here. They pretend to be enemies, but the other side they are all friends. Sons the alphas. They don't like to mix up so much. I've seen this one already. They don't like to mix up. They don't like to talk. So I think that something else is pretend to be them, because they are very aloof and detached. Don't believe that Andromedans are like this, huh? Are like humans? No, they aren't. They are not human. Can they be like this? Yes. Their avatar can be like this. But the one I saw is a brownie and have a cat eyes, shorty, like a gray but brownie, brown color, skinned, and bald head and short. His stature is short. It's not. This is about 1.56, around like this. That's mean 4'9". This is not Andromeda. It's a liar. They're not humans. This one I'm not sure because I never see. But Andromedas are all mixed up. So they say there's also insectoid in Andromeda. This is not Andromeda. That's not true. This one is from the Galactic Federation, from the Atlantis, from the Agartha. These are humans. Yeah, maybe this one, I don't know. Or something different, more animalistic than, more like, this one's not Andromedan. It's not Andromeda. This is a hybrid. This one I've seen. This one. He's not like this. He's more. He don't have this picture with the mouth like this, the nose. He's not quite human. They are more like a gray. A gray, okay? With the same eyes, yellow, large eyes, bold. They are short. They're not tall. So here we have the Pleiadian, the Upper Draconians, Andromedans, Pleiadians. Those are not Pleiadians, those are human. Okay, these are not Pleiadians at all. This one they say is from the Lyra constellation. I'm not sure. It's the Lyrans. So this one is not Pleiadians, I don't believe. This one's Pleiadian? Maybe, who knows? Yeah, I have a feeling that, yeah, could be. This one's Pleiadians. But those humans, blonde ones, Nordics, no. They are humans, they are Terrans. These are Pleiadians? Yeah, these are Pleiadians. This one, the left one, the left, no, that one is from Atlantis, the long time Atlantis period. Okay, they are from Atlantis. The pale skinned one, he's a humanoid, a human. This one is human already. He's a hybrid. His soul is a reptilian. But the Pleiadians are these monsters here. The blonde is one, all bluffy ones, not true. People make up a lot of story, you know. People just imagine, just anyhow, and make a bubble of differences and mishmash, mix up. Those are Galactic Federation of Agartha, Shambhala. This is not Pleiadian. Pleiadians are ogres. Ogres. Exactly. Finally, someone who come up with the truth. Because a lot of reliance being invented around this new age channelings. This is not Pleiadians, this is a human, a Nordic from the ancient Atlantis. The truth must come out, must be told. Pleiadians are those monsters I've shown. Pleiadians form a Lyrans, the Greys, basically from Lyra, where they were genetically manipulated, the Zeta Reticuli, and a few other stories. The Grey must be included in everything. They are very big problems, the Greys, you know, they are everywhere. That's why I take one time, I went out of my bed, I take one and I whack him up. Zeta is a big problem, very, very big problem. They pretend to be ghosts. They are behind a lot of hauntings. Okay, this one I haven't seen them, but the one I've seen is not here. Maybe there's a lot of grays. Where are you, dude? Show up. The one I've seen. Yeah, it's like this, but I want to see the real deal. Like this one. I want to see the real deal. Anna Hayes, Nancy Lee. This one to the far right. The one I've seen is the one with sharp head, skinny, and the other one, the Zeta, the fatty one. Sorry, I've always, until I die, I'm gonna tell the same thing. I'll never change what I've seen. I'll not change my word and my version of this story. Where are you? Yes. Yes, so they are very big problem, you know. They are very big problem. And he likes to go out with that La Llorona, that woman in white, the black hair. They love to go out together. She is most from the Asiatic lineage, the Pontianak formation. This one I've seen. It's not a gray. It's a hybrid. Saw it in 2000. I think it was a female. 2014. This one, the same, exactly the same face, eyes, skin color, size, etc. All round, coming a mess with me. He and the so-called Putiana La Llorona. And, well, didn't end up good for them. Mess with a human animal, you shouldn't have. And a few others, imagine a few others, Syrian High Council, Shama, life prolonged elixir used by the Orion Queen to keep her body young and healthy, can extend longevity and species with millions of years. Now, does it ring a bell why some people here, especially those in power, does not age? Does it ring a bell why they do not age? I'm still young, but I'm different. I'm 56, I'm going to 57 next month. However, I'm different. I make pact of nobody. I don't do any ritual, nothing to become young. Well, I don't know. Maybe because I like to. I'm lovely towards the animals. That's why. So can extend longevity in the space of millions of years. The Queen distributes this elixir to other star races in the Orion Empire if the star race is evolved enough to use it respectfully. Oh wow, that was bombastic revelation. No wonder they are so young, they never age, they are millions of years old, 5,000 years old, they never age. SMS, social memory complex, and channeled material, many beings. Now the question, how this elixir are made up? Baby cells? Human baby cells? Who knows? Since their babies are born very old already. Huh? That requires a intensive thought pattern. So social memory complex and channeled material, many beings of a high density and have merged into a group mind and a group soul in preparation of becoming one with the one creator at an even higher level of existence. I am one with myself. I don't know. I'm different. I'm not like the others. I'm totally different. I don't make part of no group and I'm aloof. I'm just a lost star here. I don't know where I come from. When they come through the channel, they are often merged into one such social memory complex. That's not me. That's why they try to destroy me. They say, hey, you are a misfit and you are a erratic star. Something like that. Why did you make your entry here? You break the system to get in. Soul Korea, biological body created by creator gods. God enough to be able to carry information. Cloud soul, artificial bodies can have intelligence, like an android, half human, half machine, but their bodies are not suitable enough to carry information. Cloud sources, here common name for channeled sources. Example, entities that a vessel or a channeler is channeling. It may be a single entity or a collective of star beings. Yeah. Stargate. One of the major stargate leading on and off this planet is called the Sinai, the one stargate most important to the Shammai. See the one they always used when they were on Earth. From there, the traveler can connect direct to Peshmetan. It was closed down by the Shammai when they left around 4,500 years ago, after having nuked the Sinai spaceport in Sodom and Gomorrah and Mount Sinai, I guess. Mount Sinai in Egypt, hey? They bombed it as they did bomb the Dead Sea. That's why it became the Dead Sea, because a nuclear bomb was thrown there roughly 2,000 years ago to 3,000 years ago in the make. Mount Sinai. So bombed Sodom and Gomorrah, and today is where we found Israel. Why they keep on repeat this? Supreme David Rockefeller, his full name is Supreme David Rockefeller, a 35-year-old man who say he's Marduk Ra and Lucifer redeemed. A lot of you loony here, a lot of you loonies people. That's why I don't say I am no Lucifer, I am no Jesus. I am me, myself. From where I come, I still want to find out. Today they say something about my origin. They give me a message on the phone. Not say because they SMS me, nonsense. It's about this tarot, and they told me that I'm gonna be surprised to know what my origin is. Redeem the Messiah the world has been waiting for and the Bible has been telling us about. That's nonsense. Technology transfer program. Terra or Earth. The name I use for Earth is Terra, Terra Pepper, and Terra in Latin means Earth. More or less throughout these papers. TTP technology. So not long time ago the name was Terra, not Earth. And it still is Terra, for us Latin speaker is Terra. Since at least the early 1950s, but more than probably before that, human governments all over the world, but the US government in particular, have been involved in technology transfer exchange between humans and aliens. The aliens had been given us technology in exchange for getting permission to abduct a certain amount of humans to do genetic experiments on them. They promised to return the guinea pig after they are done with them, and the people they use will not have any memories of the abductions of their words. That's like happened to me. I didn't have any memory until the late 90s. It started in 1983 until the late 90s, the beginning of the 90s. No, the late 80s to the start of the 90s that the memory started coming back. the middle of 90s, after almost more than 1 year of the abduction. Oh no, sorry, 1 decade, 10 years. After 1 decade, 10 years later. Many governments have agreed to such transfer programs, and that's why you hear about so many abductions from the 50s and up to this date. It showed later that some guinea pigs actually had some flashbacks and memories from the abduction. All I remember is they coming inside the kitchen, my mother's kitchen. I call out for my mom. I'm 17-year-old. I call out for my mom. My mom come out from her room and they laser my mom. My mom couldn't move, and they dragged me. Oh, they dragged me because my house. I'm gonna show my house. Just I live in this small cottage house between the middle of 70s until 1983 when I move out. I moved out because I got married, okay? Unfortunately, because my marriage also has something to do with this bloody B aliens. The house, everything I say is true. I don't like to lie because I don't have age for that. I don't care who believes or not. The house long time ago was different, was higher. Here I have two windows, two large windows, French style, very old style window. I'm gonna find out the window. The house was like this before, the same kind of window. There were how many? Two in my mother's, my mom's bedroom was on the front. In the hall, the lodge was one window, and there's a space veranda balcony here, and of course it was like this. The land was much bigger, as shown on the other side. So here is how it was. This one's 1901. The one I lived was 1927 to 1930. I can't recall, but between 1927 to 1930, post build, and the veranda was much bigger, and it was like this. Okay. Now you see that the people who bought the house later on, he reformed the house and changed the layout, changed the architecture, become uglier now, I would say. So the veranda was here. Behind is the backyard. There's a football field, and behind here have one kind of river that goes to the Atlantic forest, and there's this mango tree. You see, rosy mango tree, still here. How many years, my God. And the one thing that I found funny, look at this face here. This is a super duper haunted place, super duper haunted tree. Here there were a jackfruit. I don't know what is this one, a jackfruit yet. I think they cut it down. Here was my sister's house. Here was a jackfruit tree that I like to climb on. And here we had a plantation of jasmine that goes all the way to the veranda. And look at this. I can see alien faces here on the tree trunk. Not the pale one, the other one to the left, right and left. And here, all over alien faces. They are still here. They didn't go out. And I transport myself to this place. I'm pushed to this place. And I hang around here. And outside the gate. So you see, that the house has been depleted now, and when sold. Here behind is a river, and it goes to the Atlantic forest, all forested areas with fauna and flora. So this is the place where I lived before. It's in the city, within the city, just 40 minutes from the center. And it's okay, nice. Architecture was like this and was modified. It was better before, much better. Took me and they take to the veranda first. After that I fought with them, they grabbed me and they sent me to the backyard. Took me to the veranda here, we fought 3 aliens. After that they dragged me behind here, and there's a old style spacecraft there waiting for me. I remember going inside there and I sit down. They pushed me down, very roughly. And I remember the panels, all colorful buttons, and one kind of leather brown color sofa. These demented beings here. I owe to them all the things I went through in life. The bad side of it, the negative, because they are jealous, they are evil. This human alien trade continues even today. So many governments have agreed to some transfer programs, and that's why you heard about so many abductions. More can be revealed in a regression. Yeah, if I have a regression, men gonna be revealed therapy. And it's part of this in the fact that many people who were abducted were severely traumatized afterwards. Yeah, I'm traumatized, but not by the abduction per se, not the nature of the abduction, but how things went on after that in my life. It totally destroyed my life. The government let the transfer programs proceed. The technology they received, they apparently think overrides the suffering innocent people had to endure. And I was just a 17-year-old. This human alien trade continues even today. Civilization controls the resources of an entire planet, weather and adequate control, plus exploration of the entire solar system. That's true. This is awesome. Make the place so hot like hell. Type 2, I have to beg Gaia to send the rain to cool down this inferno. Type 2, civilization controls directly uses the power of the sun and begins to colonize nearby star systems. Uses the power of the sun. You see how the sun is used in this context. Also to enslave and be dependent on it. Planet Earth. Walk-in. A walk-in is when a non-physical being is taken over a body from the original soul. If it is done per a previous agreement, usually between livers, make an agreement before you incarnate, that's okay. The original owner willingly leaves the body. But if it's done unexpectedly, the original soul may have to be kicked out by force. By some, a walk-in can also be defined as someone who comes in and shares the body, the original soul. So he comes in and out, shift in and out of that body. But it will also be called possession, because it's a possession. Wanderer, a term coined by the RA Social Memory Complex. See the Books in the Law of One series, meaning a person who decides to stop his own evolution for a while and descend to a lower density to help out in the process of ascending. A wanderer, I think I'm a wanderer. therefore incarnates on the specific planet amongst the beings she wants to assist. But I'm not, one thing I can say, I'm not new to Gaia. I have been here for millions of years, incarnated on and off, trying to expose the filth. There is, however, always a chance that the wanderer forgets who they are and gets stuck in the matrix. That's why they introduce us to a lot of, how do you say, influences and temptations. Because the matrix offers a lot of temptation, shopping, pleasure, etc. It's at least so for the youngster, okay, the teenagers, the youth. Thus, we easily get entangled in all this myriad of illusion, which is the matrix. After you grow older, then you start to think, oh yeah, I was fooled. Not always. Some elderly will never get it, even if they get to 80s, to their sexagenarian, octogenarian, they will never get it. They'll die inside the matrix. So it's all relative to what you come here to do, what you came here to do. So wanderers forgot who they are and get stuck in the system. So I'm a wanderer, I'm not walking, I'm a wanderer. And the system of the planet due to the veil of our beautifulness. Yeah, it happened to me in the 70s and 80s. But the 80s I start to remember a bit about Shambhala, about Atlantis. No, not Atlantis, about some people who has some root with another here on earth. Well, correlated, okay? And later, in the 90s, I have a memory of Atlantis. And many other things that I start to remember. White Kingu, Royal Kingu, Sea Kingu races, walking model. The research done by the Rogue Science Group into how our multiverse is built. The result is what they call the walking model, in contrast with the standard model, which is the model of mainstream science. So that's it for now. And now, too long a video already.